What's up, my loves? Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you who are always in place. Let's talk about this April 8th, 2024 solar eclipse that everybody is losing their mind about, okay? Real quick, here's a quick little schedule of the moon cycle, which will show you that there is nothing new under the sun, okay? But y'all already know that I'm going to come through with the come through in regards to tapping into the energy deeper to understand what it is that Spirit is trying to say through these energies, teach us, show us, and remind us of in regards to why we were sent here and how we are a part of creating this whole new world. So we have the solar eclipse energy represented by the number 44, angel number, and the Aries energy, okay, represented by the number 13, but 1 and 3 is 4. So 444 also is the energy messages that are coming through. So Google on your own time those messages. But let's go ahead and tap into the energies individually so we can collectively understand what is taking place. The solar eclipse energy is all about revolution. Bill Viola says revolution is actually something that starts in individual hearts. This card, this energy that we are approaching April 8th is spelling out change, all right? Eclipses, both solar and lunar, are the earliest forecasting tools used in astrology. Now, through these dramatic sky events, the ancients understood major transformations were about to happen. And since these eclipses looked so dramatic, ancient people greatly feared them. Since during an eclipse, the sun and moon give the impression they disappear. The ancients associated eclipses with serpents they believed were devouring the lights in the sky. From this, the ancients formed the idea of death and rebirth, which is what eclipses are all about. In other words, when it comes to eclipses, something has to die for better things to be born. In the case of the solar eclipse, the effects are longer lasting though. The solar eclipse occurs normally during the new moon, and that's what's happening April 8th. We're going to have the solar eclipse energy, new moon energy in Aries, which we will talk about next. Now, when it occurs during the new moon, that's when the sun and moon are in opposition but perfectly aligned, for those of you who are into astrology. For a brief time, the moon obscures the sun, blocking it from view. Now, in essence, this is a blackout. It means we must focus on what is directly in front of us. Usually a change or a shock is in store, which may not be welcome, but is necessary to move us forward. When the solar eclipse happens, or it comes up in anyone's reading, all right, you, me, we, on April 8th, and all, even now, whenever you catch this message, even if you catch it afterwards, you can expect swift changes that end one chapter and start a new one. You may have felt something would eventually happen, not having recently paid much attention to the situation. Then you're presented with a shock or a jolt, and you're reeling over this sudden change, this upheaval. It takes away what has been familiar and safe so you can embark on new territories or even venture to a strange new terrain. But it will be daunting, my loves. These events may seem like negatives at first. Maybe a divorce, the end to a relationship, being forced to move, or even losing a job, etc. Eclipses tend to affect relationships foremost, however, and so you may soon see stressors and upsetting changes in the relational supports you have counted on. But listen, my babies, for whatever reason, these may be taken away either for the time being, but perhaps permanently. So the one thing you can count on is that your life will go through a complete rearrangement of sorts. The energies are saying that it is necessary to be cruel before being kind. But see, eclipses are not always about the downside. Instead, you may find yourself having to dive in, change something, fix something, or create something you hadn't really thought of, but will work out brilliantly. It ends up transforming your life all the ways you've hoped for, maybe even beyond your wildest imaginings. All in all, my loves, when the solar eclipse comes as it's approaching, all right, it's implying that you, me, we are being forced to make a decision, or we will, and you need to act on it. There will be no stepping away from it. Even though you may not have been consciously aware of just how much certain issues were not working, it's time to look ahead, babies, and finally resolve what has held you back. Now it is time to begin anew and start that new chapter in the book of life. All right, now let's talk about this Aries energy, because the new moon, all right, this new cycle is going to come through the energy of Aries. Now, you can either be an Aries, connected to one, or again, everything is energy. This is the energy that collectively we are all in regards to creating this new energy, life, relationship happening, etc. All right. Aries is all about the I am energy. Again, that 444, because 1 and 3 is 4. All right. So maybe even something about the fourth. Okay. There's a saying by Camille Paglia. I guess I'm just a natural warrior, she says. The Aries card is about you understanding that it's okay to push now. All right. Just don't push too hard. See, Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and the energy of that card and this card and that sign is that of a dynamic trailblazer. Right? Aries is the fire of creation. This means that Arians can be highly creative since they are impatient. They are also blunt and to the point. They make no effort to pretend to be something other than what they are, which in their eyes is number one. Everyone needs to understand this when it comes to the Aryan energy, whether, again, that's you or the person you're connected with or the energy that you need to take on, all right? Since, again, Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, it is represented by the primal human, one who must protect and defend, all right? Aries people are highly ambitious and want to accomplish things quickly and in a no-nonsense way. Competition is what Aries is all about. Many feel the need to compete when the other party doesn't even care to, right? Traditionally, Aries is a warrior sign, which means being always on the defensive, ready for action. The Aries style of relating is that of a catalyst using force, not of a peacemaker. It also says that traditionally, Arians, they expect things to move fast, for there is no time to take it step by step. And I feel also that's the energy that this new moon is going to bring, or you are starting to feel. Okay. Understand that when with the Aries energy, this I am, you will work best in situations where you make your own decisions rather than acting as an underlying or allowing people to make it for you, okay? You may even find a supporting cast to help you finish your work. It's like, you know what? If you ain't on the dream team, if we ain't on, like you got to go, all right? This Aries energy also is about being responsible and disciplined in all of your actions. You will want to get things started and forge ahead. Do not buckle under the dramas or the trivial things of everybody, what they got going on, all right? Also, it's marking a period where you're going to be forceful and headstrong, okay? You're going to start to forge in a direction or path that you vision or that your energy is just longing to do. In love affairs, you will want to take the lead, okay? You may attract spontaneous and enthusiastic lovers. Be ready to reach new plateaus. There may be the opportunity for more than one lover, okay? Just depends on how you want to get down. You may also find yourself running into walls, right? You will not want to compromise right now, but you should do just that. Sometimes it's best to allow bygones to be bygones and let it go. Any fighting or conflicts will not serve you at this time. In fact, it may poison the waters and make the matters worse. All right. Cares must be taken to not be too foolish or rash. However, it is time to work for a cause and get things started. Just make sure you finish what you start. Is this Aries energy is what's coming in, all right? Just, again, be advised to think beyond acting with aggression, especially in emotional dramas, okay? In relationships, you or your partners will expect total freedom. There's just a lot of impulsive, hot-blooded shit that's going to present itself, but take the easier route is what I'm hearing, okay? All in all, in my opinion, with these energies, again, if you look at the moon schedule, it'll show you that they're not telling you nothing. If you can look all this stuff up and know what's going on ahead of time, but ultimately they're trying to get you in this worry, this fear energy, because when you're in fear, when you're worried about things and you don't take action, it causes diseases in your body. So no, this solar eclipse is going to bring revolutionary energy in regards to, it's going to be arguments and things that may take place, sort of like weapons going to form, but they're not going to prosper because you already know what's up. So instead of using this fire energy from in a destructive way, use it as creative. All right. With that being said, be love, spread love.